We are Stain, Casey, and Lily, and in our previous van, we traveled all across the United States. Because we were looking for a more off grid solution and we couldn't find that anywhere, we decided to build a new van ourselves. So we bought a new Sprinter, and this is our van build series. Our Havelock wool arrived to do the insulation above the cab, and then, no, this is Augie. This is not a permanent fixture in the van, although he's gonna be in there quite some time with us. Right, Doodle? Are you coming on vacation? Doodle. This is Lucy. And that over there is Barney. How you doing, Barney? Good boy? Are you a good boy? So today we're gonna block off that window behind me, the middle window, only half. As you can see, here is where it cuts. This is gonna be our countertops right there. And then this is gonna be where the dresser comes. And then in the back, of course, we're gonna have the benches, like in the extended outdoorsman layout from Sarah and Alex James. We're gonna finish cutting this and then the other side, and then putting these panels in, and then covering it with Reflectix. We're gonna do a time lapse so you guys can see it all, and then if there's any questions, post them in the comments below. Good morning, everybody. Today is another fantastic day on our van build. We're gonna start a little bit, and we're busy blocking off all the windows to insulate, to then cover it with Reflectix. So stay tuned. So today is a new day of our van build. I said that already. So we're going to cover the inside. I'll show it to you guys. So we had our graphics guy block off all the windows where stuff is going to be in front of. Like the middle window was blocked off with foil, or blacked out with foil. And then we put this R-mat. It's R6 insulation in front of it. And we're going to cover that with Reflectix. Same in the back, we're gonna keep those little windows, and then in the front we put a CRL window in with two vents. One will be covered and the other one will be able to use. Good morning, everybody. It's still early in the morning, but today we're gonna start putting our garage floor down. We bought a vinyl liner from Amazon with, like a coin pattern on it that is gray. And we're going to lay that down in the garage before we build the frame for our boxes, or our benches, should I say. So today we're going to put that down. Then we are going to go get our channels and our studs, our steel studs, to build out that frame. And the next thing is going to be, after we measure out this, we're going to start get the battery cable grounded to the chassis, because that's one thing I forgot, and we definitely need to get that done before we build out all these boxes, because then it will be much harder to get through to the chassis behind it again. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna measure this in the van, and then we're going to cut out the pattern and then put vinyl adhesive down to glue it all down and in place. So I measured how far my garage will come down, and it'll start there, basically at a third of the wheel well, and then come all the way back over here. Okay, I didn't want a seam where you can see the garage floor, so we're gonna have the seams on both ends. That's gonna be behind the boxes that we're making with the steel studs anyways. So what do we need for this is basically some glue, to some adhesive to make sure that it sticks to the floor, and then a roller to make sure we have no air bubbles underneath, and then this is where we will put the adhesive with on the floor with, and then that'll be one other thing that is done. So it looks really good. It's a little bit dirty now, but it looks really good. It looks really durable. It's one of these grayish coin pattern floors. And then here we will unscrew this and then basically get this underneath that for more to make sure that it's underneath, that it can't go anywhere. But yeah, all in all, that looks pretty good. I mean, we've cut out the wheel wells there. It's not a big deal if the cutouts are not perfect, because those are going to be hidden anyway, so you're never going to see those again, hopefully. Otherwise that would mean something's really bad going on with the van, but other than that you would never see them. So, but all in all, it looks good. So we're now gonna put some adhesive down and put the floor in place. So we're gonna cut these strips for the side of the flooring where the seams are. It'll be under the boxes, but I thought it was better to do it that way, because otherwise you'll have either the seam in the middle, or you'll have, if you don't put strips there, you would never see it, but if you have a level difference or anything, it's not much, but it's a little bit. And I want it to be as perfect as possible. So we're gonna cut these strips to put on the sides and then line them up with the existing vinyl, and then we're gonna glue everything down. So today was a bust. Today was a bummer. We wanted to work on the van, and then I had to go to Home Depot, and I didn't find anything, so I had to go to another Home Depot to look for steel studs. And so I had the plan to do the rubber floor in the garage, to do all the steel studs, and to hook up the battery cable to the chassis. And guess what I have done? Absolutely nothing. So we're gonna have to work a little bit faster tomorrow. So we're early in bed. Lily's with us because, Lily, why are you here?
Because Daddy and I agreed that I could sleep with Mommy and Daddy every Saturday.
Yep, and Mommy loves it.
So much.
So much. She said it, right? And it's on video, so it's true. Otherwise, she can't take that back.
Wednesday.
Huh?
We wouldn't dare.
Of course. So, what are we going to do tomorrow?
Laundry.
We're going to install the floor in the van. We're going to install the battery cable. And we're going to make the benches. Okay? You going to help me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What are we going to do now? What are we going to do now, Lily?
Eat cantaloupe
Eat cantaloupe where?
in the bed.
In the bed. While what? While we do what? Watching a movie.
Watching a movie.
Watching a movie.
Watching a movie.
All right. Say bye. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Say I'm going to help Puppy with the van tomorrow.
I'm gonna help Puppy with the band tomorrow. Bye.
Say bye.
Oh, by the way, I'm tired. Bye.
Good morning. Look who's up and running and look who's in bed. Who promised me to help with the van. What are you doing, babes? Huh? Sleeping. We gotta do flooring and we gotta do the framing for the garage today. You gotta get up. You have to help me. Look. Seriously. It's like such beautiful weather outside.
It's cold outside.
Yeah, it's cold. To Florida standards, it's cold. It's like, what is it, 50 degrees, 55? People in Canada would laugh at you right now. Okay, so we're gonna go look at the floor because I cut it and I put it in place yesterday. I didn't glue it yet though because they said to let it settle a little bit so it doesn't curl up anymore. So we did that overnight and beautiful weather, look at it. How pretty this is. It's cold though, but it's incredibly beautiful. There's our van. It's incredibly beautiful, but it's very, very, very cold. I'm gonna put my sweater on. It's in the van. What I wanted to say was, so I had the flooring settled yesterday, and hopefully it doesn't curl up anymore, so it's gonna be easier to glue it down to the existing subfloor. So here we can see that, it's not curling up anymore. It's nice and flat. So we're going to cut it a little bit more in the front, and then we're gonna glue it down. Now it's gonna be project number 1 of the day. And once we're done with this, we'll move on to making our boxes. And this box will be for the plumbing. I'm not sure yet what I will do with this side. If I'm gonna create a full box so the batteries can go in there, or if I'm gonna leave it open, I might just leave it open, and then there's gonna be more room to put like a slide out tray in here. I might just do that. We'll see. So now we're gonna trim the front of that floor mat a little bit before we glue it down. It was a little bit too far. So I'm going to trim just a little bit off the edge of it, and then that should be perfect. So first we're going to clean the surface really well where we are going to put the glue down. I'm going to move all the wires out of the way, and then we're going to vacuum everything. And then we're going to clean everything down with a wet cloth, just to make sure that the adhesive is going to stick. And later on, when we're exposed to extreme heat or something, when we go camping in in the summer in Arizona or something like that, then just to make sure it won't bubble or come up. What are you doing, Casey? She's rolling the floor down. She's having a blast.
Pretending like I know it.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be beautiful flooring. for now. And so we glued everything down, rolled everything, even did the sides there. I explained that yesterday, excuse me, where we're going to make those boxes so we don't have a difference in height, even though just a little bit, but I just want it to be perfect. We basically heated it up and screwed it under this, so it's being held down by this aluminum rail in the back. And then now we're gonna put a board on top of this, because it was, you know, it's very hot here today. The sun's really beaming on it, as you can see, and so this is heating up pretty quick. So what I want to do is put a board on it. We're going to put some dumbbells on the board to keep it down, to keep the weight down, and then give it a couple of hours to dry. Meanwhile, I'm going to work on the boxes. We're going to give this a couple of minutes, over a couple of hours to dry, and then this should be perfect. There's Casey with the dumbbells.
Oh, yeah, I don't get more links.
All right.
Come on, get some more.
All right. As long as the weight's down, distributed evenly, we're good. So, and clean everything else off with mineral spirits, and then our cargo space. Because you're not going to see that. You're not going to see these seams. You're only going to see the middle. You just want it to be durable, because my idea is, like we had in our previous van, we had one of these big trays that you could slide out. And that really is something that I'm considering to put in this van, depending on the space we're going to have. Maybe this section, a smaller one than we used to have, but one that slides out where we can put our grill and everything, so we don't have to dive really deep in there. At the same time, we will have about 6 feet to clear for when we want to go snowboarding. We can put boards in there, we can put all our gear in there, so that'll work out very well. And then this is just, you know, this is a rubber floor. It's very durable, which means we're going to be able to very easily, you know, take some water and soap and wash it all down, and it'll be clean. There's Casey again with more dumbbells.
Yeah, but you should stack these to make them heavy.
All right. I think that's good, babe. Yeah, it should be. Well, that's weight. Yeah. I'm gonna close the door just to make sure that it's. Yeah, that should be all right. So now we're gonna start framing out all of our boxes. So on the left-hand side of the Sprinter van, we're gonna put in all the plumbing. So the water heater. You know, everything for the plumbing will be going in there, in that box. And then we're probably going to have some left for storage, as we are putting all of our water tanks underneath the van. We're going to insulate them very well with Thinsulate and Reflectix. Put it under there, making sure that it's a watertight seal and everything. And wrap all our pipes underneath. And that should give us the possibility of having a 4-season van and still have our tanks underneath the Sprinter. So we had insulated, custom-built tanks made that fit perfectly under the right-hand side of the Sprinter, under the passenger side. And then we'll have another tank and another one mounted on the left-hand side of the Sprinter that we're going to extra insulate. But we won't have anything inside our van, which leaves us more room for storage, more room to put stuff. And it's how we did it with our previous van. You know, usually if you put tank heaters on top of it, so every tank's going to be heated. Whenever it goes under 45 degrees outside, the tank heaters are going to kick on, and they're going to make sure that our tanks are heated. We're going to wrap our pipes, you know, and when you use the RV, and then, you know, especially when you put the heater on inside, nothing's going to happen to these things. If you take your precautions and you take your time to do it right, that's the way it should be done. So here we're going to build out on the right side of the van. We're going to make a box that is going to hold up the platform, and on top of that there's going to be a bench, and on that bench we are going to, the right hand side in the bench will have all of our electric systems, and on the right hand side underneath that bench we'll have all our plumbing. On top of that bench, you know, in the actual bench we sit on, So on top of the platform, we'll have all storage, which is great. So I'm gonna cut these to size, and then we're gonna start making our boxes. We're gonna do them 17.5 in height, and then or 17 in height. Just gotta look whatever is going to fit and how high we can go with the windows. But anyways, we're gonna frame this all out and then put it in the van, and then bolt it down to the sides, and then we're gonna have some boxes ready. So this is where we are so far. We put in the whole side of the box, and then this part, and then we're gonna put another part like that, and then another couple of things in there. I still have to do that side, but we have some weights on the floor still to hold it in place. I'm gonna put in the battery cable as well. Other than that, we're doing good. So we had a minor setback today. Drilled in my finger, like not just, I didn't just tickle it with the drill or anything. I drilled straight into my finger. So it hurts hurts a lot, okay? So whatever you do, use a clamp to clamp your things together. Don't use your fingers. So we're going to build the second part now. And then that's gonna go in against the other side. And then basically our box is pretty much done for the plumbing part. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel if you want to see more. Every Sunday, a new episode.